this, President Pranab Mukherjee, during his visit to China, has raised the issue of China's objection to India's participation in his NSG. Remember, India is also raising the issue of China having blocked the UN sanctions against Masood Azhar. Our National Affairs editor Srinjoy with us, breaking down more details. Essentially, Srinjoy, President Pranab Mukherjee there raising those two very hot button issues, but do we know that how China really has responded to that? Because China obviously has been very wary about this.
Yes, well, China, at least on paper, has said, yeah, we will help you and we will cooperate with you at the UN level. But that is not being taken that seriously. It is.
Srinjoy, we are just going to fix that link with you and return back. But yes, that big story that Srinjoy is getting us details of, India talking tough with China. Remember, President Pranab Mukherjee there is raising these two very crucial issues in his talks with the Chinese president there. And this, remember, is going to be his last formal dialogue that we've already seen. But one is the issue of the NSG, that is the nuclear suppliers group. And the other also about how China had blocked the UN sanctions against Masood Azhar. Two very important issues that India is looking at closely. Now, remember, there is obviously a close context of the relationship between China and Pakistan. Sure? Let's return back to Srinjoy, who's been getting us more details on this. So, Srinjoy, how do we look at, what India essentially is planning to do? India obviously wanting to corner China, essentially trying to up the ante, but will China fall in line?
Well, first of all, Pranab Mukherjee was a guest in China, President of India, so he had to act in a very statesman-like manner. So he didn't directly tell the Chinese about it, but what we understand is that Chinese are fully aware of what Pranab Mukherjee said. As far as NSG was concerned, Pranab Mukherjee said that, look, global warming is increasing. If we have to reduce global warming, we have to do something else. What can we do? We can go and use the nuclear option, which means nuclear power. So if we have to use nuclear power, we need a place in the international community, in international organizations, clearly referring to NSG, and said, the Chinese have to help us on this. Even on Masood Azhar, he did also exactly that, the indirect approach. He said, there is no such thing as a good terrorist or a bad terrorist. There are only terrorists. And you are affected by terrorism as much as we are.